Hey crafty people, it's Tasha here for Trinity Stamps, and I'm back with another sneak week video for a brand new release that is called Autumn Impressions. So we have the release on Friday and I'm going to be showing you a sneak of 2 of the new products from this release. I know you can't see anything on that star, but I've stamped out one of the images from our new Ta-Da die stamp set even. I've stamped it with the fade out no line colouring ink that we carry in the store from Ink on 3. You can't see it really on the video, but I can see it when I'm there. I'm sorry about that, but as I start to colour it, you will see the image appear. So the image that I'm colouring is a pair of hands clapping, and each of the 3 images that I'm going to be doing are all clapping hands at various different sort of points through clapping. And this first one I wanted to do as my sort of skin tone, and I am very pale as you can see. So I've got a couple of pale colour Copics that I like to use for my sort of skin tone, but in order to get more of a shadow without darkening the actual tone of the skin that I'm colouring, I like to use a really pale purple lavender kind of colour, which I know sounds a bit strange and it looks a little bit strange when you first do it, but it really does work. It gives you that shadow without, like I said, making the skin tone any darker. So that's something that you could try if you have very, very pale skin like me. So I wanted to do each of the 3 images with different skin tones, and I just thought that that was a good chance for me to practice. I definitely need some more practice when it comes to colouring different skin tones, and also when it comes to colouring hands. So I don't really know what made me decide to do them as no line colouring. I feel like that was a bit brave of me. And I hope that it paid off, but I had fun making it, and like I said, it was good practice. So I'm doing a much darker skin tone for this pair of hands, and I do apologise that it is a little bit difficult to see where I'm colouring. I've got a new camera set up, and yeah, I don't think I had the camera quite in the right place, so I do apologise about that. And normally I would re-record it, but I'm away on holiday, so that's not something that I can do. So we're just going to have to go forward like this. So I'm now adding the colour to the 3rd set of hands, and the stars that I've stamped on and colouring on, they are from a brand new standalone die set that is part of the Autumn Impressions release. So it is called the Mini Slimline Star Trio die. And if you saw our Star Trio Slimline die from the last release, you might have a bit of a clue as to what this one is going to look like. So these are the stars that are cut out, and then I'll be showing you the actual panel that's cut just shortly when I finish this colouring. I'm really excited for the new release. I am especially excited because I love autumn. I just love it. So there's lots of products that I'm really excited about. So I've got my hands just about done now, and then I grabbed out this is the panel that is cut. So I slotted the hands back into those star outlines, but then I decided that I wanted to colour the background of the stars in. So I'm just going to colour them with some yellow Copics. Now this lightest one that I'm using is really dry. I really need to get some refills for it. So it was a little bit difficult, but I made it work just about. So I wanted it to look like it was sort of lighter around the hands, like a bit of a halo kind of effect, and darker out towards the points of the stars. So I just used 3 yellows in order to get that. You can see there, that's how they're going to sit. Now my favourite way to add these kind of like a die cut inlay kind of technique, my favourite way to do it is to get a piece of scrap paper. This is just printer paper, it's really thin, so it's not going to add any bulk onto the card. And I'm just covering it in some tape runner, just to make sure that I've got adhesive all the way everywhere over it. And then I'm going to stick my panel on and add the stars into it. So this is just my favourite way to do it without, like I said, without adding any bulk, and because at the moment I'm not ready to actually put this onto a card panel. Now that first set of hands, I've not really put them in at the right way right now. I mean, that looks really incredibly awkward and painful, but I do realise and swap that round. I thought that I was done, but I decided that the panel was just looking a bit too plain. I wasn't really happy with how it was looking, so I decided to grab out just a couple of small stamps, sort of star type images, and I'm just adding some of those round and about with, I believe it was Tiara, which is Catherine Pooler ink. And yeah, I really like how that sort of looks. I feel like that brings the design together, and it incorporates the yellow that's on the star backgrounds. So there you go. I hope that you like the card. I hope that you're excited for the release. I know we are. I can't wait for you to see the rest of the Ta-Da stamp set and the rest of the release. If you like the video, then please do give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you aren't already. And I hope that you have a lovely, happy, safe, wonderful week. Stay crafty. Bye.